Hello YouTube, today we have the brand new Nikon D7200 and we're going to do some quick buffer testing on this camera. Now the Nikon D7200 promises much improved buffer rate as compared to the predecessor D7100. The D7100 has a buffer rate of 6 RAW files and 50 JPEG and a continuous high mode of 6 FPS, so you could actually shoot a RAW for only about 1 second. This guy promises 18 RAW and up to 100 JPEG, so about 3 seconds of ideal burst speed and lots and lots of seconds of JPEG, of course. Now you're gonna test that, and I am testing that with my 50mm 1.8D because this camera does support a D lens because it has an autofocus motor in the body, and I have also set it into manual so that the lens does not autofocus in between. I'm also gonna show you the image quality and all. So see, so I'm shooting a RAW, image area is DX, JPEG compression, but it's a 14-bit RAW, and you see on and 14-bit RAW. So let's see how it goes. You can also see I have 200 images right now, so you're gonna count that back whenever we finish shooting this over 30 seconds. So I have my stopwatch here. Let's get started. Note that this is manual, so it cannot be absolutely accurate to the frame, but still you'll get an idea. Ready? 1, 2, 3. So I'm going to leave now. There. So it's taking a long time to fill up the buffer here, but you can already start shooting, I guess. You can already start shooting. But we actually took 94 photos in 30 seconds. Now let's do the math. I'm going to stop this and I'm going to go to my calculator, and 94 shots in 94 shots in 30 seconds, which is about 3.1 fps. 3.1 fps continuous high in a RAW mode of 14-bit. Now remember that no camera is designed to have you continuously pressing the shutter button for 30 seconds. You generally do not do that. You do it for 5 seconds, 6 seconds at the max, but generally maybe 2 or 3 seconds, because you just want to capture the moment. You're not shooting a video with that. So when you do that, let's see how much we have. 295 here. We're going to do the calculation again 14-bit RAW, and now we're going to test it over 5 seconds, which is a more likely, more practical continuous high mode duration that you'll have in one shutter press duration. So let's get started. Yay. So it says we have 320, so 295 to 320 is about what, 25. So let's do the math again. So that now I don't need the calculator. It now is about 5 fps. So it has increased significantly. Now we're going to do the same test in a more practical way, in Nikon's way, and we're going to do that in 3 seconds now. So let's again reset our stopwatch, and how much we have now? 320. Now let's get started in 3 seconds. Now again, I should stress upon this fact that this cannot be absolute accurate to the frame number because I'm doing it manually, but still you'll get an idea. Yeah, so 16 frames in 3. There you see, 16 frames in 3. So this is what Nikon promised. Nikon promised about 18 in 3. We got about 16. As I told you, this is manual, so obviously 16 and 18 I'll give that to Nikon. So it's a pretty good burst rate at that particular practical time. So 16 is pretty good in 3 seconds. Now we're going to test another important aspect, is exactly when the burst rate, the speed starts to slow down. So let's see. Here we have 370 shots, as you can see, and let's see. There, about there. So from 370 to about 393, which is actually about 23 frames. I'll probably negate about 1 or 2 frames. So even then, closer to 20 frames till which that speed goes, and you found out that the speed is in about 3 seconds, the speed is close to 6 frames per second in raw 14-bit. So absolutely amazing buffer rate compared to the D7100. Now I can go and do the usual stuff. I can go and do the raw and JPEG fine, but I won't be too concerned about those. It's obviously gonna be less. So the buffer fills up very quickly in there, which is of course expectable. And I'm gonna go ahead and change it to JPEG fine, and then this camera will become a machine gun. Yo, 100 JPEG is almost endless. So brilliant buffer compared to the D7100. Thank you.